Hi, I'm Matt from hockeyreviews.ca, and this is my Sniper Skin SS3 blade wrap review. Because when I was playing with this and when the damage happened, I had to take it off for the playoff game the next day. I filmed a really quick video just on like what it looked like before I cut it off. I ripped it off. So right now we're just going to watch that really quick, and then I'll get back to the actual review right after that. This will just be like to put in front of what I'm going to talk about it, but I've used this 5 ice times, about 5 hours, and it's kind of catastrophically, well, I shouldn't say catastrophically, it's starting to fail though. There's pictures too as well and written in the description and everything like that. But anyways, so yeah, this part's like peeling off and there's a huge bump. Sorry about the camera, hopefully you can see that. So yeah, that's kind of like right in the middle of the blade, so it's not very good for that. And as you can see, you got some like peeling off the top. And the heel. Sorry about that. The heel there. And there. And so the back is actually pretty good. As you can see, that was from when I put it on, so that's fine. So the reason I wanted to do this really quick was just because I have to play another game tomorrow morning, so I don't really have time to film me taking this off. This happened in like the first period, and if it was tape I could have just pulled that off and continued normally, but with the Sniper Skin you really can't, and I can't redo it during the game. I didn't want to go by backup sit because I like the QRL better than my EK60. So yeah, so this is basically done now. I'm gonna have to replace it and tape my stick up tomorrow, but I just wanted to do a quick video of this before I cut it off, because I won't actually be able to cut it off in the video because I gotta do this first. So anyways, thanks for watching. So now that you've seen that part while it was still on the actual blade, now I'll talk about the performance of it and my actual thoughts of the Sniper Skin SS3 wrap. Now, unlike the one previous, the black one, this one didn't hinder my performance at all. I never really noticed I was shooting with anything on my stick, on my blade, compared to normal tape. So where the old one, I'd keep flubbing shots to the right and generally pretty low. That includes slap shots and just wrist shots. This one I never really had a problem with at all. All my shots were really consistent with how they normally are and how I normally play. And I feel that's in part because of how this is actually made. It actually feels like it's slightly thinner than the one before. And the inside definitely feels like it has almost a coarseness to it. But it's softer, is like all the way through. And I really feel that this gave more friction on the ice compared to the other one. And so when I did load up the stick didn't just slide and slip out from underneath. So when I use this, it was just like playing with tape. Now with that said, I got 5 games out of this. So actually less than 5 games, really. I got 4.5 games, and then this happened in the second period of one of the games. Well, the final one. Before that, there was some, as you can see, tears through the top. That one was really noticeable. This one was done when I put it on, so that wasn't from the actual gameplay. But the toe was getting chewed up. There's another one here. As you can see, more down here. And then there was actually some right here too, which when I tore it off, it led to all that. So it was getting used up pretty good. There's what it looks like. And I don't play in a really competitive league. It's actually pretty much a for fun league. And this is just how it was. Now, I sent these photos to Sniper Skin themselves, and they said that they have junior players with over 10 hours of use on one of the blade wraps, and they're not having those issues. So maybe it was circumstance with me in some way, but this is just how long mine lasted. So I do have to say that because the performance was so much better, this wasn't something that I was actually going to take off until I had to. And I had to when it started to bunch up. So right here is where you can see it kind of got bunched up, and I think it was from a puck. I'm not sure exactly how this happened, but it has a dent right where my thumb is pointing right now, and it had a rip from right up there. And so what happened is, this was actually, when you get, like with tape, when you get a hard puck, or it kind of jams and creates a lump. So with tape, you can rip that off. With this, I had to play with it the rest of the game because I couldn't rip this off during the game, or else I wouldn't have tape. So that was kind of annoying for a convenience factor. But besides that, I would have still kept using the blade, the wrap. It was doing what it was supposed to. It was replacing tape, and it was doing a decent job at it. But the durability for me wasn't obviously there because I had to take it off. Now, the other thing that I find pretty annoying with this is, to actually put it on, you have to put time aside in your day. Now, sure, it takes probably 5 minutes to do, but it's still 5 minutes you might not remember to do. Or, for example, when I went to play the next game after this, if I was in a rush, I wouldn't be able to do that. In their videos, they show people with kettles in the locker room, and there's no way I'm bringing a kettle to boil water to attach a blade wrap into the locker room. I'm not going to do that. With tape, I can tape it on the bench if something happens. I can rip off a piece if something happens. I can do it in the locker room before the game. I can do it while I'm waiting for someone to arrive to go to the game. It's so much easier and more convenient. Now, this does give you more consistency, and putting it on is easier in the sense you just slide it on, but I don't really think that makes up for replacing tape with this. My other issue, well, this cost $14.99 plus shipping. So when I bought the first one, it would have been $20 for the wrap itself. And for me, getting 5 games out of it, that's not worth it. If this lasted a season, as in 20 games, maybe I would think it'd be worth it. But I for $15 plus shipping for 5 hours for one of these is just not something I want. With the grip and with Tacky Max, because it does something to help you out in terms of saving glove life, I can see spending money on it. But for this, I can't really see why to spend the $15 on it. But that's my personal preference. I do think that maybe if you're younger and you don't want to tape your stick all the time, then maybe these would be useful, and you're not as hard on sticks as I guess I am, then maybe it would be good for you. But for me, I can't say I would ever purchase one again, or I can't really recommend it to people I play with. I'd say try it out if you want, but I would just stick with tape. So that's about it for this review. I'm still going to do the actual grip review that goes on the top of the stick, but I'm waiting for the next stick I get. I don't want to put it on a stick, then me be done with it in a week and not really be able to comment on what I feel about the grip. So that's coming in the future. Be on the lookout for that. But anyways, hopefully this was helpful. And remember, I hate doing this, but down below, like the video, subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Doing that helps me get more things like this, so I can actually do reviews on and give you some information before possibly purchasing, or if you just want to know some feedback on stuff. So please do that. So yeah, thank you for watching. There's a written review with pictures in the link in the description, so make sure you check that out. Take it easy.